Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the very first draw today, the 15th day in the month of September 2025, meaning that we have 15 more days to go in the month of September already. This one we have called the GD Ruby Live Draw. My name is Oluwak Pelumi, or like you know already. What do we do on our show every time is that we pull out 5 winning numbers from 70 balls, 5 winning numbers from 90 balls, 5 winning numbers from 80 balls, as well as 5 machine numbers across all the machines in the studio this morning. So if you've staked for the GD Ruby Live Draw, get ready because we're about to get to it after a quick break. But also bear in mind as well that we have our direct bundle jackpot, meaning that if you played the DB jackpot and you win the 590 and the 570 or the 580 or all three, that's when you qualify to take your portion from our always increasing, never decreasing pool of 50 million naira. On my way to work this morning, I was in a traffic that was very, very slow. And I'm guessing some persons also are still on their way to work at the moment. We're talking about students who are resuming in school today and how it felt for me. I'm talking about myself, how it felt for me back in the day and what I think is applicable to students who are resuming to school this very day. We'll go on a break now. When we come back, we'll be in front of the 570 machine, starting to pull out your winning numbers and machine numbers. We'll be right back for sure. So what can 100 naira do for you? You see, this can buy you hope. Invest in hope.
Now, GDLOTTONG advertise like this.
With as low as 100 naira, you can win as much as 5 million naira. No go say, I don't know. Carry your leg, waka go buy hope with as low as this. But remember, play responsibly.
One ticket, one dream.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still the GD Ruby Live Draw here with us at GD Lotto. Standing right here next to the 570 machine, ladies and gentlemen. And like you know already, if you can count the balls in the tray here, it's about 1 to 35, meaning we have 35 balls here in the tray here. And then queued up here already, you have 35 balls, making 70 balls altogether. This morning, I will be scanning the balls myself because I want to be sure that everything is correct. So it works now. 35 balls now being scanned here, perfect condition. The rest as well going through the scanning process here, perfect condition. We now release the balls now into the vote. Okay, release the balls now into the vote. All the balls are in. Awesome, Ben. Let's now put the rest in the vote. Before we left for the break, I did mention that I'll be talking about my experience on the very first day when I resumed in school. And I guess this applies to students as well who are resuming today. So the first thing that happens when you are resuming school is that you are getting into a new environment. So let's say for certain that you just left a particular private school and then you're going to another private school, for instance, maybe a private school to a public school, the experience is different. If you're moving from a public school to a private school, the experience is different. So I went to a private school, I also went to a public school, and now what I found out moving from a private school to a public school was that the environment was different. In my class, I had students that were older than myself. When I resumed JSS1, there students older than myself were in the class, and I was bullied a lot of the times back in the day before my parents figured out that I haven't done well in private. I haven't done well in primary school when I was in private school. I got into the public school for JSS1, and it was quite difficult for me to be able to cope in that particular environment. So I'm guessing that students resuming in schools now are going into a new environment and one that teachers have to help to make sure that they steady their boats so that the guys can get in seamlessly. Parents also need to begin to pay attention to the first day from school. They're going to want to listen to how was your first day in school today? How was it like in school today? We'll get to more of that when we pull out the numbers from the 570 machine, ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time today. Let's get to it. First one out already, ladies and gentlemen. Is single number 7. Single number 7 is our number. We have the second one now loading up. It's 5353. 5353, ladies and gentlemen. Let's now get the third one already. Third number now, what do we have? We have 1818. 1818, ladies and gentlemen. We have the fourth one now, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3636. 3636. Fifth one now. Let's say, now, what number should come out for the fifth number other than the number 5? Okay, 5 is the number, ladies and gentlemen. Numbers are projected on your screen already. Let's call the numbers. We have single number 7, we have 5, 3, 53, we have 1, 8, 18, we have 3, 6, 36, and we have single number 5. Single number 5. Congratulations to our winners this morning so far. So let's pull out the numbers. First of all, we have 5, we have 36, 18, 53, and we have 7, ladies and gentlemen. Now 5 machine numbers from the 570 machine. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to go. Let's start punching. We have 1010, 1010 as the first one for the machine numbers. Second one now. We have 3434 there. 3434. Let's have a third one now. We have 2222, 2222. Top one now. 6666, 6666. 51, ladies and gentlemen, 51. Now let's say it. Boo, went back there. Let's do it again now. Boo, poop. All right, it is 3737. 3737. Congratulations to all of our winners this morning. Numbers are laid nicely on your screen. We have 1010, we have 3434, we have 2222, we have 6666, and we have 3737. Congratulations to our 570 winners for the GD Ruby live draw. We're going to break. When we come back, we'll be in front of the 590 machine, putting out your winning numbers and machine numbers for sure.
So what can 100 Naira do for you? You see, this can buy you hope. Invest in hope.
Now, GDLOTTONG, they advertise like this.
With as low as 100 Naira, you can win as much as 5 million Naira. No go say, I don't know. Carry your leg, waka go buy hope with as low as this. But remember, play responsibly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. GD Ruby live draw here with us at GD Lotto. We are done with the 570. It is time for the 590, ladies and gentlemen. The ball in the tray here, 45 in number. The balls here already, also 45 in number. 45 plus 45 is 90 balls. Let's now scan the balls like we always do here for transparency and fairness. It works. 45 balls that have been scanned here. Perfect condition. The rest going through the scanning process here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, perfect condition. Okay, yeah. Just to be sure, we're on the same page. Awesome. Now, let's release the balls into the vote. Free-flowing stuff. Beautiful. Let's now put the rest in the vote now. So I started by talking about the fact that when I was in school myself, the first time I got to school, it was a new session. It was about the fact that I just got into a new environment, and given the kind of child that I was back in the day, it wasn't quite easy for me to be able to get in line with the rest of the guys in the class. My parents had to move me to a private school after that one. Now, the second thing that happens after noticing the new environment is that you also will get to meet new people. I think that the people you meet in school the very first day can impact on many things that happen to you. So, for instance, a child who leaves maybe a private school to a public school gets there the very first day and meets a new friend that maybe the very first person that the guy meets will be that person's best friend going on. So usually, how did you get best friends when we were in school? It was the very first person who greeted us, the very first person who was kind to us that we became friends with as we went along back in the day, resuming in a new school. But if you are going from, if a child is going from primary 1 to primary 2 in the same school, what happens usually is there is no need to make new friends because it was the persons that you've been friends with that you'll now be friends with in the new point. So first of all, it's the environment. Second again is the people that you meet there. And I'm also of the opinion that parents as well should make sure that in choosing the school for your kids, because I'm also aware that some kids will not go to school for the very first week to the second week before they resume, because parents are just trying to look at what school should my child go to, do I like the school, can I afford the money to be able to get my child to this particular school. I think one of the most important things you want to look out for in the school you're going to take your child to this new session is, like I did mention before, is the environment. the environment, the school environment. You can go, you can have a conversation with the headmistress there, go into their restroom to check how clean the place is, because you don't want your child coming home purging when the child gets home. Get to speak with the teachers, make sure that they are polite in all that they do, and just be sure that your child is not in an environment that forces for growth going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're putting out 5 winning numbers now from the 590 machine. It is time to get things going, and we're ready to go. First number now, it is 5252. 5252, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see the second one now. Machine is showing you. Yeah, you can see on your screen. It is 8383, 8383. Okay, let's go now. Let's say 8181 there, ladies and gentlemen. 8181 is the third one from the vault there. We have the fourth one now. What do we have? We have 1010, 1010, ladies and gentlemen. And then now the fifth number now. It is 4848, 4848. Congratulations to our winners. Let's see the numbers now on the screen. We have 5252, we have 8383, we have 8181, we have 1010, and we have 4848. Congratulations to all of our winners out there. Now, whilst the numbers were being displayed on the screen, I was paying attention to the machine numbers for the 570, and I figured out that 10 also popped as the first machine number for the 570. Okay, so it looks like 10 is going to pop many times today. Let's get to the machine numbers now for the 590, ladies and gentlemen. GD Ruby live draw this very morning. Okay, let's get to it now. First one now, ladies and gentlemen. First number there, what do we have? We have single number 8. We have single number 8, ladies and gentlemen. Second one now. Let's say we have 6060. 6060. Congratulations to our winners out there. Let's have a third one. We have 6767. 6767. Congratulations. Fourth one now. We have single number 5. Single number 5, ladies and gentlemen. And now the fifth one. We have 8585. 8585. Congratulations to our winners already. Numbers are on display already. We have single number 8. We have 6060, we have 6767, we have single number 5, and we have 8585. Again, as it is my culture, I paid attention to the numbers on the screen display for the 570, and 5 again has popped. So we have 10 twice, we have 5 twice. Let's see if we're going to have 10 again here or 5. Who will win? 10 or 5? Talk about that when we come back from this quick break as we stand next to the 580 machine. Right back.
Lights, camera, action.
I know say everybody want hammer, but guess what? I don't bring on the ogbonge way to take hammer.
Winning. You win, I win, we all win.
Amazing how one ticket can make your dream come true. Only here with us at GD Lotto, 580 o'clock for the day. We have 40 balls here, 40 balls here, making 80 balls all together. It is time to scan the balls like we always do. It works. 40 balls now being scanned, ladies and gentlemen, perfect condition. The rest as well being scanned here. You see that? Slowly but gently, perfect condition. We now release the balls into the vote. There you go. So I mentioned that one of the things that parents need to look out for in getting a child a good school is first the environment. Very important, because that also affects the child the very first day the child gets to that particular school. You want to go to their sports center, be sure that they have the right equipment. If you want your child to be an athlete, you want to be sure that the school has a field. Don't take your child to a school where the field is two classrooms together. You tell them to rearrange the seat, and then the middle will now be where they will be playing ball. It is that you want to be sure that for being an athlete, there is a field already. Also want to be sure that how do they organize the assembly? I remember one of the reasons I became very good in speaking was that when I was in school, I used to be the pastor on the assembly ground. So usually I was given the assembly prefects, and I was standing before people, just speak to them, as naive as I was at the time, and that began to improve the way I would communicate and how I would speak. Because it's not just about knowing how to talk, it's about knowing how to communicate your thoughts and knowing how to do it very well. So first is check the environment, be sure that environment supports the growth of your child. Second thing is you want to be exactly sure, like I did mention, that the people that are in that class are not bullies. And it's just to pay attention. Women have a very powerful side. men are not the ones who choose the schools for their kids. It's the woman. It's the woman who goes there because women have this. They have this instinct to be able to tell the kind of environment that child is going to. That school breeds. So we're saying we don't want bullies in the class. You're paying attention to the student in that particular class of your child because that affects the child the very first day. If you want the child to be a newscaster as well, third thing I'm going to mention. I've mentioned environment. I've mentioned relationship. Third thing is language. Guys, if you want your child to work in BBC, do not take your child to a school where they speak vernacular. You'll be very, very sad. Okay, you want to take your child to a good school where they speak good English, Montessori, they speak good English, and they're able to do well. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we have the machine on now for the numbers to pop from the machine. Ladies and gentlemen, first one out already. What number is that? What do we have there? We have single number one. We have single number one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, one has popped. Let's see. What's rolling there? It's a red ball with a 5, 6, 56, 5, 6, 56. Third one now, ladies and gentlemen. Third one now. We have 3, 6, 36, 3, 6, 36. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the fourth one loading up there. Fourth one. There's 3, 9, 39, 3, 9, 39. Fifth one now. Whoa, okay, guys. I said it before. 10 has popped for the third time today. It looks like a lucky number popping from our machines this very morning. Numbers on the screen already. As you can see, we have single number 1. We have 5, 6, 56. We have 3, 6, 36. We have 3, 9, 39. We have 1, 0, 10. I just got somebody whispering to my ears that 36 has also popped twice this very morning. Amazing. This morning, it is the battles of the 10s, 5s, and 36 this very morning. Okay, 5 machine numbers, ladies and gentlemen. From the 580 machine, are we going to see 10 or 5? What number will win this very morning? I can't wait to know what number will win this morning. Ready to go already, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what pops. First number out already. Let's see. Okay, 1, 6, 16, 1, 6, 16. Fair enough. Let's get to it now. We have 1, 1, 11, 1, 1, 11, ladies and gentlemen. Fair. Third one now. 2, 1, 21, 2, 1, 21. 2 more to go. Let's see. Okay, 4, 3, 43, 4, 3, 43. And the final number to pop from this machine will decide if 10, 5 will win this very morning. Let's see. Okay, 10 has it. 10 has it, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 4, 14. Congratulations to our winners this morning. Numbers are laid on the screen already. We have 1, 6, 16. We have 1, 1, 11. We have 2, 1, 21. We have 4, 3, 43. And we have, what do we have? 1, 4, 14. 1, 4, 14. Okay, congratulations to all of our winners this very morning, very first draw for a Monday morning. And you can see that 10 has popped 3 times this morning. I have a good feeling that 10 will pop throughout today. Maybe 5 at some point at 3:45 p.m. You could stick for that. Make sure you follow us across all our social media platforms for steady content because we post content every single moment right there on all platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere possible. GD Lotto Nigeria, GDNG, but on Facebook and Telegram, it is GD Lotto Nigeria. We're back here today at 12:45 p.m. to pull out your winning numbers and machine numbers again, making you more money this very Monday. My name remains Olua Pelumi or